Hello guys, welcome to this channel. So we are working on a church flyer project, and the theme of the flyer is dealing with hindering spirits. Dealing with hindering spirits. So, like we know, hindering spirit is something that prevents you from progressing, going forward, and all that. We understand the concept. So I thought about having someone who is trying to break free from some bondage, some form of bondage. I thought about it, and then I headed to ChatGPT and then I generated my image, the image we are going to be using. So we begin with the background. This was the first image I used. Then I added several more images to make the background a little bit dynamic, and then voila, we have our background. The next thing was to bring in the image we generated from ChatGPT. Like this image wasn't transparent like this, but then I used photo room to take out the background and I left it this way. And then having it this way is going to distort the text and everything, so we have to scale it down. So I did that by bringing this in. Scaling it down to, we can realize that the ropes have been shortened, so we'd have to extend the rope. But and then I'm having another idea. Let's see if I can get an image like that. To make this image look better. It's either we extend the ropes to touch the ends of the artboard, or the idea I have right now. So let's test it out. Let's test this first one out. Okay, so you see this image. Since it's an overhead shot, I want something that would show if he has been tied on a stick. This is a perfect stick that would represent that. So because of the way it is and all that, the idea I was thinking about is to plant sticks tied to the ropes so that it feels as though the person has been tied to the sticks. So it's either we do it this way, or I would extend the ropes to touch the edges of the artboard. So let's iterate this first before we can move to the next one. All right. So we are going to mask this out. Yep. So we have this, but then I'm going to duplicate it and unmask, delete the mask from this one. I'm going to do something. So P, I'm going to be drawing some. Actually, see. Use L. All right. So we are going to fill this with, create a new layer, right click, fill, color. I pick a dark brown, should work for me. Okay, Control D, then turn off the visibility. And one last thing is also to draw the shadow so that I wouldn't have to suffer painting. So I just trace the shadow as well. Yep. Oh, Control Z. Control Z. We'll create a new layer. Oh my goodness, no. Create a new layer. Then we fill this up as well with the same color. Control D. And now we can turn off this layer. So with this one, let me turn this off completely. Let me group this one so that I'm not confused. What's going on here? Stick. Alright, so now we can turn off this one. Then I'll focus on the remaining images. Let's go to, I'll select the magic one to, let me check the magic one here. I'll select the quick selection to rather select subject, and let Photoshop do its thing. From there, we just zoom in a little to make sure that we have not been browned. There are no scammers. Alright, so I think this is okay. Just create a mask. We hide this one as well. This one, let me just convert it to S. Oh my goodness, Control Z. Let me convert this to a smart object at once. Yep. Then I'll turn it off. Then same thing with this one. Quick selection, select the subject. Then yep, let's see inside here. L. Oh. Okay. Yep. Alright, so we're done with this one, this selection as well. And the next thing we'll do is to mask this one as well. Yep, that's okay. One more thing over here. So yeah, once we are done, we mask it. We turn this also to layer mask, smart object rather. Then we'll turn off this image as well and bring the sticks down here. So I'll make it visible. Then I'll reduce the size. And I'll reduce the size of it. I think the size is okay. The size is okay. Okay. This is okay. So let's begin with this place. Yep. And we duplicate it several times. So after we are done, what I'm going to be doing here is to make the shadows realistic. Right now it looks so generic. It looks so unreal. So what I'll do is go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'll make it blurry. Yep, 12 let's say 12, it's okay. Or should I do 10? So yeah, this is much better. Then we reduce the opacity a little bit so that, yep, 80, it is good. 80 is good. Alright, so the next thing is to, and then one thing, make sure we are going to be placing the shadows behind the stick so that it wouldn't overlap. I'm going to be changing the color of this shadow. This is not, it's not necessarily a shadow, it's just something to show. Is that when the ground is dark and then you plant a stick or a tree in it, you see the roundabout, it's how the sun comes out and it makes that pattern. That's the kind of pattern we want to create. So I'll be using color overlay, then bring this up here, change the color, make it somewhat this color. Let's see. Okay, let's see with this. Let's see with this. Let's see how it turns out. Let's change the blending mode. Let's see. Okay, so Ctrl Z. What we have to do is to convert to a smart object before we turn the blending mode on. Yes. Yep, something like this. Okay, so soft light is okay. Then we are going to add Gaussian blur. Let's see it. Somewhat 4. It's okay. We'll reduce the opacity as well. 60, or let's do 50. Let's do 50. Yep, this should be okay. Yep, that's pretty much it for. Okay, so that's it for the wood. Now we are going to add a little, let me see, let's see if level will work now, so that we darken the wood a little. So would have to clip it into the wood. Yep, so before and after. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. Then what we are going to be doing is to now make the rope visible. Where is that rope? Yep, this one. Yes, copy it. Ctrl J to create a copy and hide the copy so that we can use this one. And should see. Yep, so we are going to be reducing the size of the rope to fit inside the stick. So it looks as though the rope was tied to it. But one One problem is that the rope here is bigger than, let's try Control J. My goodness. Control T. Let's increase it a little. Control J again. Control T. Use it. So it carries the same weight with the Control J again. Okay, so we carry the same weight with the rope here. And what we are going to be doing now is to select the stick. First off, let me try merging the ropes together. So now what we are going to be doing is to select, reduce the size a little bit so that there's no space in there between it and the stick and the wood. Stick. This is a stick, right? So between it and the stick. So yep. As I was saying, we are going to select this one. Let me convert it to a smart object. So that, yep. So control and then click in the thumbnail. It selects this one. Then now you come to the rope. Click on the rope. There's the rope one. Where to smart object. Then we give it Control I to invert the mask. Then we'll also go to use our eraser to make sure the foreground is on black. If it's on white, that means you are erasing, you are taking out. So if the foreground is on black, that means you are adding. Then we make this part visible, so it looks like the rope has been tied to the wood V. But then now the color of the rope does not look like the color of the one here. So what I'll do is I'll select I'll just sample, Control J, duplicate. So let me change the name to rope sample. Then we'll go back to this rope, go back to image, adjustment, then match color. We choose our project, rope sample. Yep, so we can see that we've gotten exactly the color of the rope. So we click on, let me see if I can adjust it a little. Yep, so we have this, we have this. We have this, which is looking exactly like the rope. So you'd definitely believe that it's tied to the rope. Just maybe a little Control Z, just a little glitch over here, but then that is fine. It wouldn't really be so visible like that. So once we are done with this, we are going to move on with our process. We're going to duplicate the stick. Control J. Okay, so Control T. I'll change. Move it to the next rope, which is this one. Duplicate the rope. Control J, bring it here. What we'll do here is to delete the mask. Delete it. Then we'll mask it again. So we'll select the stick. Control. Then click in the thumbnail. Come to the rope. Yep. Then we mask it. Control I to inverse it, then eraser to clean this part. Yep. Okay. So this is what we have so far. So good. We are going to be duplicating this. I'm going to skip this part. I'm going to speed this part up, and then so we are able to finish all the ropes. So this is where the other rope is going to come in handy. Where is that one? I turned it down. Yep. This is where this rope is going to come in handy. Be able to work on this. Let me turn this off. So I want to make sure that the sizes are equal. Okay, so I'm going to be taking off some part of this part. Backspace. Yep. Backspace. Control D. So same thing we do for this guy. I'm going to change the image adjustment, color match. Okay, how to rasterize it first. Image, what? Image adjustment, match color. Yep. Sample. I don't think, which is this is not really, this is not really there. So what I'm going to do is the same thing I did with the other one. Select a piece of this place, create a layer, change it to sample 2, sample 2. We'll come back to the group, image adjustment, match color, sample 2. Yep, so we can see it's more like it. I think we just have to do a little tweak to it. Okay. So this is okay. This is okay. Control J. Then now we're going to brush the edges a little bit so that it blends into this part. Control Z. Then I will just duplicate the stick as well here. Yeah, so we are going to be adding our text to it. We're going to be adding our text. Uh, hmm. So yeah, this is the final result of what we have created. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if indeed you learned something from this. And also I'll link this files inside the description below. If you would want to create something or try your hands on it, you can download the elements I used and then create something. And don't forget to tag me on either TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. The name is Steven Appel. Don't forget to tag me if you create something with this. And if you have any question, do leave it in the description below and I will do well to answer all your questions. See you in the next post. Goodbye.